Hey, yo, what's good? What's good? Hey, man, go ahead, hit that like button before y'all come in and get settled in. Definitely hit the like button. What's up with y'all, man? Hopefully, y'all had a good day, during this wonderful day. Y'all time off. If you working, getting your time and a half, hopefully y'all enjoying y'all time, man. Um, I know they supposed to be having I guess that battle later on. You know what I'm saying? But hey man, it can't stop our shine, far as the consistency. So I don't know how my guy Fanatic want to play it. Are we gonna talk about what they got going, on this platform? We gonna figure it out, you know what I'm saying? But hey man, if y'all was here yesterday, man, please excuse yesterday. Please excuse yesterday. Me and my guy, we talked, we good. It was some differences that was had, but this one of the things that I got to make sure when people come on here, they got to stay on code, right? Because this platform is not for me. This platform is for these kids, and I got to make sure that we doing our thing, right? We got to make sure that we stay on par, So that's why I was just trying to make sure, bro, minimize the cussing. Now, when you do it excessively, they can pretty much clap the channel. So we want to make sure, bro, that don't happen. We work hard to get to this point. I appreciate y'all. Y'all wonderful, for the support that y'all show. And we had some good time. Now, I want to see if what Clayton and Jonah got, as far as with them rankings, I want to see if it's anything like what Fanatic had did with his rankings. The biggest question that everybody in the 12U, who was soon to be 13U bracket, have is they want to see where Watkins at. I can assure you, and if Watkins ain't in first place, I can assure you there will be a lot of crying going on. So I'm preparing for it. If Watkins is not considered number one, there's going to be a lot of whining and crying and talking about how they ain't getting the recognition, right? It's going to be a lot of that. That's only if Watkins is not number one. Now, as far as for me, because I'm not biased, I will put Watkins at the number one spot, but YNC has its own entity, right? They can look at it from a plethora of different ways, right? One can be y'all played them without them being at full strength, which is they running back, right? And we can combat that by saying, hey, even when they played at full strength, they only won by a touchdown. We can say that, right? So they not just that much better than us, but I don't know how people gonna look at it. I don't know how they're gonna look at it. They're gonna say like that they're biased if they don't put them on there, right? As the number one. But at the end of the day, when I had Zay come on here, Zay said, it's my entity. Why wouldn't I put my champion as the number one team? Right? So then a lot of people are going to say, and I'm pretty sure this is probably some Fanatic when he come on here going to say, when you look at it, you got to say that if they don't give Bounty Boys the number one spot, I believe that Fanatic is going to say you got to look at them as a YNC rankings only, not national, just YNC, because Bounty Boys they beat the Fort Lauderdale Hurricane, but they end up winning YNC championship. So I think that's going to be the most intriguing one out of everything that's going on. They're going to want to see if that YNC got Bounty Boys at number one. Trust me when I tell you this. Trust and believe. You feel what I'm saying? Everything else is going to be good. Everything that you feel what I'm saying is going to be the way it's supposed to. But we're going to definitely see. I do want to ask y'all the question. Do y'all feel like it's going to be some biasness there? Do you think Jonah and them gonna hide him at the number one spot? Like I definitely want to know how y'all feel about it because um like there's a few ways that you can look at it. If they don't, you know what I'm saying, put them at that number one spot. So I'm just excited to see it because y'all seen all them posts, right? That they end up having, they end up creating a YNC, a YNC record, right? And all that other stuff. And this is gonna be funny. If they don't have, if they don't have the record, right? Anything like what they put out, that's gonna be some funny mess, bruh. I damn near probably go myself and go troll, bro. I probably go troll them myself, bro. If they end up uh being totally completely different from the one that came out in what was it? I think like in February, the one that came out in February. If it's completely different, them boys gonna look highly silly. I'm gonna just be flat out honest with y'all because the way they came out, they like, oh, this is the YNC, this is the YNC rankings, and people like, what? They're like, it's verified. Okay, all right. So let's say that. Let's say that it is verified. All right, cool. Now that they're coming out with one, it showed you for one that it's not verified, but I really want to see what it is gonna look like. Cause I pretty much know that people are pretty desperate when it comes to this. And my other question is gonna be if it never mattered, right? If it never mattered, or if it does matter, I don't want to hear about no A171, right? If it doesn't matter, those who are in the A1 should not give two cares about what goes on at YNC. If you want it to only be, if you only to, if you only wanted it to be YNC, then what you should have did, I mean, the seal, then you shouldn't be matter, you shouldn't care about what they're doing in YNC. But if you did, you shouldn't be complaining about no 7-1. And this is just, you know what I'm saying? All honesty. If y'all want this year to be YNC recognized, we shouldn't be hearing about no 7-1 because y'all going into a 7-1 org or nationals, right? So therefore, y'all shouldn't have a problem with it. Y'all should have a problem with it. But let me go into the comment section, man. Y'all know how I do it. Pop Brown, what's good? Jake, he says, Pop's in the house. Hey, he says Mark was a little excited last night, man. We talked, bro. You know, we had to get an understanding though, because you know, I can't let nobody ruin it for my babies, bro. I can't do it. You know, but shout out to coach, man. You know, even last night, I got it. Coach Tim said, hey, Ken in NSC. Hey, what's up, Coach Tim? He said, folk, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go. Hey, definitely like, comment, and subscribe, man. Appreciate y'all being in the building early. Make sure y'all tap that like button for sure. Coach Tim says, did Clayton and Jonah do any rankings? They had on the flyer that they did a rankings. So the only one that I'm going to really want to see is that soon to be 13U. So there was 12U last year. That's the only one that I'm really clamoring to see because everything else I'm pretty sure is gonna be what it is, right? Oh, and there'll be AU this year. I want to see where do they got the NWO, and also I want to see what would be 10U. I want to see if they got Frankfurt Chargers on that list. You know what I'm saying? So those are some of the ones that I definitely want to see. Derek, hey Derek, what's good, my guy? Hey man, shout out to everybody that left a comment so far. You know, I'm gonna get to y'all. Ada was good. He says, Michael, my guy, was good. PA, he says, we don't care. 2024 season ending rankings on Memorial Weekend. Hey, I feel you, bro. I definitely feel you. You know, hey, Memorial Weekend, they come out. I mean, man, you know, it is what it is, bro. I mean, it's content, I guess. Shout out to them though. Shout out to my guys, man. Like I say, bro, I'm more familiar with I know Clayton more than I know Jonas. So man, shout out to both of them though. He said Michael was good, my brother. Hey, he said what record? No, I'm talking about the list that they put out far as for the rankings. If I said records, my bad, I meant the rankings. Tim says, yo, let's support the channel. Please like and share the live. Thank you. Please like and share the live. Uh, he says, then if that's the case, 7-1 teams, the only to play versus one another. Let's see how that goes. Hey, you're right about that. You're 100% right and accurate about that. And if y'all want to know, Fanatic could definitely be on. But y'all 100% accurate about that because here's why. But it's for both, right? It's for both. I've never seen anybody from YNC ask to be put on the seal, though. That's the difference. And the seal is mainly doing what they do both, but their main ones is AYF. That's where AYF look to get their rankings from, how people see them, right? So cool. But I don't see nobody from YNC asking to be on the seal, right? Seal does Darian does his on his own. But I've always see a lot of people from the AYF looking to be YNC ranked. You know what I'm saying? So I did see that. He says YNC invites tonight. Yeah, man. Hey Lee, what's up? What's good, my dude? So I'm trying to see how my guy Fanatic trying to play it, man. Is he trying to do some live commentary on what they got going? I know they is supposed to be having some invites tonight. We're gonna see. We're gonna definitely see. He says, there you go. There go Mr. Late Man. There go Mr. Late.
Sabotaging, bro.
Huh?
You sabotaging.
I ain't sabotage nothing.
Like that's crazy. I'm like, what's going on, bro? Like, why I can't? What's going on with me?
Yeah.
Why he on, but I'm not on? They keep waiting on the Lee Thornton. I promise, bro. When y'all be thinking I'm late, a lot of times he really be sabotaging me.
Bro, it ain't me.
It's something
Hey,
about losing.
just own up. Listen, this is an accountability channel.
He can't accept losing.
Okay. And hey, look, and also, man, I apologize for me, somewhat, getting out of character. Not completely. I didn't get too far out of character. I definitely didn't. But for y'all that's not even used to seeing that, man, we kind of just saw it from a different perspective, So we definitely apologize. But hey, I was telling them before you got on Fanatic that the AYF, right? You remember somebody on that side ended up making the rankings, saying that Watkins was number one, and they had about 6 other teams, right?
For sure.
And so I'm saying that they supposed to be doing the rankings, and I just want to see how different or similar it is. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that.
Yeah, well, you know what? I wasn't even really in tune that they was doing it tonight, or else I would have made sure we put back up my rankings from the end of the season, and I didn't have 4 months, 5 months to sit on it. You feel what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I had the real deal right after YNC, right after AYF, come with the national rankings.
Yeah, so it's 3 of them that I actually want to see. The ones that I mentioned, I want to see for sure last year's 12U. I want to see Supreme. I want to see where they have NWO rank, and then I want to see Frankfurt Charger. Where do they got them ranked at? Right? I want to see where they got them at, bro. Hey, and I did ask.
Okay, but let me
I did ask the question though, Fanatic.
Yeah.
If they don't have Bounty Boys at number 1, are you still going with what are you still looking at them as a national rankings are just a Y and C rankings?
Nah, they still national rankings.
Still right national.
And it's because it's argumentative.
So what if they don't have? What if they don't have them one or two?
Okay, now we talking bull jive. Now we talking bull jive. I'm on strike. I'm on strike. No one, no two. I'm on strike, bro.
Oh man. So all right. So you not tripping if it's one or two, but long as this one of the two.
One out of two. It gotta be one out of two, bro. It gotta be one of the two. But nah, I ain't tripping if it's that. I ain't tripping if it's that. But if you tell me it's nothing, nah, I ain't going for it.
Okay. So what if they 3, 4, 5?
Okay, Bounty Boys, no. Bounty Boys, no. And it's only because there was no resistance. There was no resistance in YNC,
Uh
right?
huh.
A lot of their folks.
Right.
But and if we being real, you take away the lot of their game with Watkins, there was damn near no resistance. So you got two teams that literally was smacking folks around. Nah, it's gotta be one. It's gotta be two.
Okay. But what if? All right. So what if they say, "Oh man, they ain't got they didn't had a running back."
Nah, nah.
You ain't going for it.
There's still 30 kids out there, bro.
Right. 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 All right. G Money. He said, "What y'all think? 10 U ranking looking like? What you think, Fanatic?"
Ah, y'all gonna get me back in my bag, man. Voodoo number one, of course. Ah, after Voodoo, what you think we got? We got to go SED. After Voodoo, do we got to go SED? I don't know, man. I gotta find my list, dog. Y'all give me a second. I gotta find my list, bro. I gotta find my list.
All right. Yeah. Find your list, man.
I got
Definitely.
all this.
Hey, Ball Head Sports was good. PA, he said Frankfurt 9U. Yeah, man. I'ma definitely have to call it, a little bias, bro. If they not one or if they not one, if one between three, bro.
Okay, I got it. Let me get my 10 you down. Let's get the 10 y'all. I want y'all to have me on record. All right. I want y'all to have me on record. 10 you. Number one, we got Voodoo. We got Voodoo number one. Hands down. It's no debate.
Uh-huh.
Number two, we got SED. Again, hands down, no debate. It's no arguments needed. Right. Number three, we got the Mac Dolphins. At number three, we got the Mac Dolphins. At number four, y'all gonna hate on me. Y'all gonna hate on me, but we got Woj. Y'all not gonna like that, but we got Woj at number four. We got Woj at number four. At number five, we got the Bessemer Tigers. We got the Bessemer Tigers at number five. At number six, we got Lauderdale. I'm still disgusted with how y'all finished YNC. I'm still disgusted. So I hold that against you. Then we got Dmvu Ferrari Boys. And then we finish it out with Progress Village Panthers, which ultimately I feel like that has to be the last team because they didn't play a national. Now they did knock off a national team at the end of a season in a Super Bowl, but they didn't play in a national. That's literally the ranking, y'all. If it's anything but that, I ain't gonna lie, drug
All
test.
right, read them off one more time.
At 10U, we got Voodoo. This is 11U this year, y'all. This not last year's. This is last year's rankings. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm saying 10U because that's what they were 10U last year. Because these are last year's rankings. But I'll say Voodoo 11U if it make y'all feel. But I'm saying that to say this ain't my preseason rankings. This is my rankings based off of last year. You feel what I'm saying? My preseason rankings is totally different. But based off last year for the comments, number one is Voodoo. Number two is SED. Number three is Mac Dolphins. Number four is Woj. Number five is Bessemer. Number six is Lauderdale. Number seven is DMVU. Number eight is Progress Village Panthers.
Okay. Yeah. I wanted to get your take due to the fact that, once they put there, you could do a comparison. You know what I'm saying? Like see
I want,
how similar it is or not.
and
You
I got a
know,
question, man. Did I disrespect North Clayton?
you didn't put them on there, did you? You didn't, huh?
I did not. I did not.
Ah,
Did I disrespect them?
they top 10. They top
Are
10.
they top 8? Did
No,
I disrespect North Clayton? I need a yes or a no. Did I disrespect North Clayton?
due to the fact how they lost, you didn't.
Okay.
I didn't like how they lost last year. I think they choked. You know,
Mm,
I think that the coaches didn't put them in the best position to win. They were supposed to win that game. In fact, they were the offense wasn't going, but their defense to me was a little bit better than Voodoo's.
mm. So I didn't disrespect them. That's all I really wanted to know.
I
Because
mean, I give them that. The defense, they held their own, bro. But like I think
what they did at YNC, that was disrespectful. It was disrespectful. But now that I've calmed down and I'm not emotional, because y'all know how I feel about the South Side. They represent the South Side. Y'all know how I feel about the South Side. I feel like maybe I did. Maybe this was emotional. Maybe it was emotional. Maybe I made some emotional decisions right after YNC about how I feel about certain teams, and that wasn't right. But they lost to Lauderdale in the first round, um, and that just hurt me. That hurt
all
me.
right, yeah, man. I give them top 10 though.
Then they lost to Saw Boys.
Because the thing is, you're also including AYF teams. So yes, you're including teams that won it. So yeah, they can't. Okay, so they can't go before Voodoo. Then we know they
Oh,
can't
never
go.
mind. Never mind. The folks is saying they ain't top 10.
I'm not. Did you say they ain't top
Yeah,
10?
that's what the folks is saying.
I think they top 10. He said, I need y'all to make an announcement on the behalf. Oh, this is what we do want to ask y'all, right? We want to ask y'all, what do y'all think? Because Fanatic was at the spring game, right? And the question was asked to him, could we do like an earlier day? Could we do an earlier day, an earlier time? So what do y'all think about us changing the time to about 8 or 8:30? Let us know. While my guys right here sleep on.
Oh no, I ain't. I'm looking down. I'm looking down. I'm looking down.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking down at this list because I was gonna say, because you asked the most anticipated thing is where they're gonna have DMVU. So I'm like, man, on my rankings, they number 5. They number 1, 2, 3. They number 5, bro.
Okay.
They number 5.
Hey, Deleon mission complete says I need y'all to make an announcement on behalf of our boys. Says gotta talk to AJ though. What's the word, coach? He says, hey, Fanatic, it's the accountability channel for sure.
Hey
It's
man,
it's,
I'm
it's for
always
sure.
accountable. It ain't my fault though. If it's my fault, I'm gonna say it's my fault. If it ain't my fault, I ain't gonna say it's my fault.
Man, Yoshi said, so is national rankings 5-1, 7-1, and 8-1 are just 7-1 asking for the masses. Yoshi, shout out to Yoshi.
Entertainment.
Yoshi,
Too.
don't put 5-1 nowhere
Come
in.
on, man. This is established, bro.
It's already established, bro. You want everybody to change their national dates
To fit your
for
narrative,
your league to fit your criteria.
bro.
No 5-1. Exclude 5-1. Exclude 5-1. We can go with 7-1, 8-1. That's what we can do. Ballhead said, he said, who y'all top 10? You right now.
So this would be the 10s from this year based off. If I'm see, that's the thing, man. Unfortunately, it's two age groups from last year that are no longer no more. But if I tell y'all who my 10U was, who would have be considered 9U last year at number one for the Third time, it would be the Bessemer Tigers. And anybody can come, and anybody can be, and anybody can say anything in May. I got my Dr. Seuss song right now. I'm gonna do it again. And anybody can come, and anybody can say, and anybody can be anything in May. What you do in December is what matters most. Though you may have done it with others, you ain't did it to us. The number one team in the country will be the Bessemer Tigers. The number two
Yeah.
team should be GMU. The number three team to me should be RDE. The number four team should be the Georgia Falcons. The number five team should be So Icy. The number six team should be Dallas Elite. The number seven team should be the Duval Jags. And the number 18 should be the Eastside Raiders.
Mm.
I think the only debate we have is between two and three. Should GMU or RDE go right there? That's the only debate we got. Outside of that, that list is flawless. It's flawless.
I said I was just about to post that. Said why Homer 6U. Um, he says Ken will give anybody top 10. He says, damn shame.
I'm trying, y'all. Not this year, though.
Bro, hey, listen, man. Y'all biased.
Be
Y'all
accountable this year.
biased.
I'm not going to allow it this year, bro. I promise y'all I'm not allowing it this year.
Hey, bro, everybody and their mom know Walk Down Game is a good team, bro. A really good team at that.
I agree. They're top 10. They're
a really good team, bro.
They're top 10.
So, my thing is I just don't know how to be biased, bro. That's the biggest problem.
Okay, but hold up. Because on my rankings, technically, they can't be 9 because Sawboys beat them. So they got to be 9. The only spot left is 10. Like, that's the only spot. Somebody else could battle for that last 10.
Man, listen, bro. They in there, bro. Hey, what's good? What's good, Champ Cheese? What he say? Fanatic can't do 8. He says he gonna be late every day. My boy got 12 jobs, man.
I promise if y'all want to go to 8 or 8:30, something like that, bro, I will be here at that time for 30 days straight.
Hey, Tia Michelle said, what age group did you just list?
So that list would have been last year's 9U, this year's 10U. So again, the coach Mark said that the rare breeds wouldn't be in the ranking because it's last year's 9U, right? And last year's 9U again, it's the Bessemer Tigers, it's GMU, it's RDE, it's the Georgia Falcons, So Icy, Dallas Elite, Duval Jags, Eastside Raiders. Again, the only debate I think we got is should GMU or RDE be 2 or 3?
Right.
I think that's the only argument we got. Right. I can see people that say you got to put RDE 2, they're way better. I can see people that say Gorilla Mob went and dominated. I mean, it's a hell of an argument, bro. It's a hell of an argument.
All right, man. Yeah, bro. He Street said I'm with 8:30. We definitely, you know what I'm saying, before we end, we definitely, what he say, 9. He said just gonna be leaving practice at 8:30. And that's why I pushed it to the time that we having now. Right. So yeah, so 9, he says 9:30. He says folks gonna be just leaving practice. He says at 8:30. So 9. So you can do 9 Fanatic.
Yeah.
So we gonna so is 9 good for everybody? Cause we just trying, you know what I'm saying? Like we just trying to try to get it to where people that be wanting to tune in, they can also tune in because that was one of the things that was said, like, man, y'all be kind of going on too late. But then I remember the reason why we end up coming on late because a lot of people be at practice and they just be on the way home for practice. But I still got a solution for y'all. All you got to do is turn on the phone, man. Listen to us while you on your way home.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Put that
Like,
thing on, man. Car,
yeah,
put that wireless on, man. That car play. Let's get it cracking.
yes, sir. Yep. So 9, he says y'all doing 6U tonight. All right, listen, the 6U, do Coach Kraft and them got a game? That's what I want to know. Do they have a game? Because a lot of people,
That would be 6U from last year though. So that would be the GEAs of the world.
yeah, that'd be ATA Elite this year. I said 9 should be good.
The rank
Okay.
over a team that beat them. Who? Who?
Yeah, we're gonna definitely
Which
do
one like
90. What'd you say, bro?
no, I'm talking a Rocky Turn, man. Because the only thing I can think of if he says in my 10U, which would be 11 this year, that I have Woj ranked over Progress Village. But again, man, whether you lose or win, I gotta dot points when you end your season on the Super Bowl and they end in their season in nationals. I gotta dot points. I got to, bruh. Then they go and get another national response. I mean national win. I gotta dot points for that.
For who?
So Progress Village play
Uh-huh.
Woj 10U in Florida Elite Super Bowl. Progress Village beat Woj in the Super Bowl. That's why they're in the rankings.
Right.
But Woj went on to YNC Nationals and won games. I gotta rank them above because they kept playing games.
Hey, that's what he said. He said, "Don't skip past the response." That's the response right there. I think.
You feel what I'm saying? Do you agree or disagree, Ken? Tell me what you think.
Well, with the rankings,
Progress Village beats Woj in the Super Bowl. Woj goes on to YNC. They win two games, two national games at YNC.
yeah, but they lost to Woj. I mean, they lost to Progress Panthers.
Facts.
So therefore, they got to be ranked above them,
You can't do that off one win. Can't do that, bro.
bro. It ain't the one win. It's that when they actually beat them.
Okay. And then that's
You
the
beat them in the
end.
national, just like Osceola.
Mhm.
Osceola literally lost to the Alpha Dogs. I had the Alpha Dogs ranked higher than them, even though the first time they played Osceola, Osceola beat the Alpha Dogs. Alpha Dogs beat them when it counted. So whenever you beat a team when it count, you gotta place that team higher than the other one.
Okay. So, but then when you start thinking totality of a season, their lineup doesn't. And then when you're talking about somebody went to YNC and still got two games, their games just don't align with their games. So it's like, again, bro, I hate when we take one win, then we be like, all right, you won at a good time. I'm gonna put you here. But it was like, damn. But bro,
Yes.
you look at this whole schedule and what they've done, you still can't do it. That's how teams in the college, I believe that's how teams a lot of times still be in a mix because it's like, yeah, you might have lost to a team that's not as good as you. We gonna move that team up, but when you keep going on and being national teams, we got to give you credit.
Yeah, Christopher Jarrett said, I thought rankings was about who was better. He says beating the team at full strength makes you better. Now I do know probably what game you're talking about, right? Which is the Fort Lauderdale Hurricane versus who is it? The Bounty Boys. Now they already played. That was the second game they played. The first one was also a nail biter. You feel what I'm saying? And not just that, they end up going to Fort Lauderdale and still and held their own. It was another close game. So you can't even say that, oh, well, if they had their running back, which they did the first time, right, that it would have made a difference. Man, that Bounty Boys team was equipped and built and stacked for tough running backs, right? Big running backs. So you wasn't just running over them like they end up doing versus the shot, excuse me, PA, North Philly Blackhawks. So, I think for the most part, bro, they end up winning the first time, but it didn't necessarily mean that they were the better team. You got to put Bounty Boys as the better team because they end up beating them when it counted, right? Which was the game before the championship.
I don't. But that's the thing. I don't think we have to put Bounty Boys. See, that's where I differ. That's why I differ, bro. Because I just still believe a totality of a season matters. When we talk in different leagues and who plays this and different umbrellas and different rules, you can't just do a national because everybody don't play by the same rules in nationals. So you kind of got to go by the totality of a season.
Hold on, he said, nah, that's sorry. What did he say? Municipal 5U1 C1N Wahoma. Hey, bro, I do gotta ask that question. Do you think that C1N will get they proper credit this year? Do you think that any team that goes to C1N are I'm not going to put TNU, but if anybody that goes there, right? Do you think that they're going to get they just do as one of the top teams in the nation? Yes or no?
No,
No.
no. I don't.
So what do you think that it'd take for them to get back to that moment? Right? I mean, get back to
They got to keep grinding. It was first year.
yeah.
It was first year, bro. Like, and it was first year. And to be honest, outside of maybe nationals, what he did throughout the year was really good. He put on some amazing events throughout the year. I'm actually excited to see what Cam does throughout this year. I think that he has a really good model, and I think he's helped other people, throw more national events throughout the year. He's encouraged it. You feel what I'm saying? So I just think, bro, they got to keep grinding, bro. And I think this year gonna be better. They'll be better.
Yeah. Hey man, let's address this. T Street. He said North Clayton didn't do nothing for the top 10. He said MF offense was horrible. He says direct snap the whole game. He says get out of here. They suck. All right, so my thing is this, bro. They played versus some really good teams, right? They went up for a lot of smoke, all that. So I'm not gonna discredit. I'm not gonna discredit the walk them down game because y'all have an issue. That's the thing, bro. Just because y'all got an issue with walk down game, bro, does not mean that it's going to make me look at them any different than what I'm supposed to assess them by. I got to assess them accurately. I believe the fact that they got certain voodoo teams that they should be championship or bust. That's just factual information. You feel what I'm saying? So he says, nah, I said solid. What's up? Shout out to Rocky Turner. Daniel Barry he says, hey everyone, happy Memorial Day. Hey, appreciate you being here. Um, what he say? Valky boys, 6U, AYF champs. Hey, Valky boys, Valky boys, Valky boys. We got a game for you. If y'all want to play the game, we definitely got a game for y'all. He says, watch for pops. Out boys for Pop Out Boys 7U, Latonia. Hey, yeah, man. They let us know about Latonia already, man. So we definitely gonna be paying attention to what they doing.
Man, what the
So
hell is a Valky boy, man?
you said who is the Valky boys?
What is that, man?
Hey, so I do got a question, right? So I did find out, or at least this is the information that they gave me about the NWO game, right? Them not playing the reason they no longer is playing Supreme. So the reason why they wasn't playing Supreme is because their best player wasn't going to be available. So one player wasn't going to be available. Are you okay with that,
No,
or is that
no,
still duck?
no. Bro, it'd be like 25 kids on these rosters, bro. We talk about we preparing kids for middle school and high school all the time in youth football. But then I hear coaches say, my best player wasn't gonna be available. Like you can cancel a middle school or a high school game because your damn running back got injured or he can't play.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's why I get mad sometimes when we start talking that getting ready for middle for school ball and all that because you have a coach say they not gonna play a game because they missing a player, but that's not preparing your kids for school ball.
Yeah, I kind of was, against it when I heard it. They're like, man, they said, man, because the one player not gonna be there, and I'm like, I don't like. That's it. That's why you make the game and then you decide not to play the game because of one player is not gonna be there. So that one player is gonna be the person that I'm gonna game plan towards because you let me know how much emphasis you put on him and how much you plan on utilizing that particular player. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
He said, "Come on, Ken, the Valley Boys from Cali, 6U just made number 4 in Generation Next." Hey man, I'm you know what? I'm gonna tune in right now, bro. I'm gonna tune in right now so I can be give it a few updates. So
Put it on your phone, turn it up.
I
This
bet.
real time. This real time.
What is it? What
Put it on
is it?
your phone, turn it
What's
up.
their name? YNC?
Generation Next.
Oh, shit, I sure gonna be looking for a minute then. All right. So let's see. They got Coach Kai on there, man.
Shout out to Coach Kai.
It man. Hey, bro. All
Yeah,
right, we'll get to that when they go talk about the rankings. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll go back to it. AK, what do you say? AKF. He says, "Yo, fanatic, I heard you from the Decatur GA area." He
come on,
says,
man.
"Any
Talk real
advice on how to get kids back to Glenwood Hill Exchange Park?"
facts. Hey, first of all, you heard right. That's facts. Definitely from Decatur, Georgia, man. Shout out to Callow Road, Columbia Elementary, Middle, and High School. Bro, man, the truth of the matter is, bro, we just gotta get outside, bro. Like, y'all gotta host stuff at y'all park, and y'all got a really nice park. Y'all got a really nice football field. So I think if y'all just gotta host a lot more events and just get the kids that's right by the neighborhoods. Like, a lot of times, where I think a lot of coaches, like with the Glen in the certain park areas, we forget to get the kids by our neighborhoods. Get the kid by y'all neighborhoods, get a really good 6U, 7U, and 8U program started and build through that. Another thing we do wrong, we start out trying to coach like 11, 12, 13, because a lot of us like to coach older kids. To be honest, it's a lot more fun sometimes or whatever. Nah, get a good 6, 7, 8U program, build that up. Then kids from other neighborhoods will start wanting to come and join. Get a little Instagram, post your practices, all that, make people want to join. Y'all will be straight. I just gave away some free game.
They, they said Coach Kai on there. AU next.
Hey,
He says Frankfurt probably going to be number 4. He said Link Valley Boys and he said what like Valley Boys and NWO. Now we gonna see, bro. Like I say, man, only one I'm really
I'm,
like I just wanted to see, bro, is that 12, man. That's really it, bro.
let me give y'all my 8U list. Next, we'll see what it match up with. Key and you watching to let us know. I got Supreme at number 1. I got Bessemer. I got Woj at number 2. I got Bessemer at number 3. I got RDU at number 4. I got DMV at number 5. I got SCD at number 6. I got Lithonia at 7. I got North Henry at 8. We're gonna see how it match up. I think the only argument I have is maybe I got North Henry too low for what they did at YNC,
You definitely got them too low.
you know. But again, the totality of a season has to matter. All games matter. All games matter.
Hey, so this is what we gonna do. We gonna come up with fanatics criteria because a lot of times, man, you jump ship last season. So
But
we
just
want to make sure
fluid
we want to make sure that your criteria is consistent. Okay.
because rankings
You
is fluid, brother. So what happens is, you know, there's a criteria, but there's always an exception to the criteria because this is
man,
fluid. We have to be fluid in life, right? We're
but
not fluid enough. We got to be fluid,
they
right?
said,
So it
man,
makes us fluid.
it takes 11 starters up to win a championship national. Yeah, for sure. He
Again,
says get a good uniform too. He says Glenwood. He says y'all was horrible last year. He says some of them jerseys didn't even match. Just being honest, man.
okay,
Tissue.
he right. You definitely gotta get a good vendor. If y'all need, you know, somebody who's really good, very inexpensive, just message me. You know, I can get y'all with my guy Malik. He's really
Yeah.
good.
Hey man, yeah, I get back to that, bro. I definitely get back to that. You know,
Get with me, man.
I try to watch it, skip past the little, the parts that I need.
Yeah. Just put it up, man, and you know, set it and forget it, man. Set
Yeah,
it and
right
forget
now,
it.
Coach Kyle was on. He says, where are they putting GMU based off the history? Man, they're gonna put them. Listen,
They're gonna put him. They can't put him no
if
lower.
listen, man.
Than 4.
See, GMU, where Coach Pop at? Coach Pop, you remember all that stuff you said? You said you were number one because y'all won AYF.
Which is what he's
Let's
supposed to
see.
say.
I don't think that they're gonna have y'all at the number two. I think they're gonna have them at number probably 3 or 4.
Right.
Now, if they got them out of the 3 or 4,
If they
then
have
what
him
we
out of
saying?
3, I'm not. I'm disappointed, bro. Anything I could, because the thing is, again, bro, it's the best, and they are definitely. It's an argument if they're better than RDE last year. That's a debate, right? But it ain't a debate that we wouldn't be like, we believe RDE could win. So again, it's understandable if they had number 3. Now, if you start talking, they below the damn Georgia Falcons and the So Icy's now. Even though So Icy beat them, now is when that can't matter. You feel what I'm saying? So look, oh, you know what? That's interesting fact. But it did happen earlier. Never mind, it did happen earlier. But yeah, bro.
Hey man, I just found out that they got that quarterback, man. Let's talk about it a little bit. So the Wolfpack got BJ Parker as their quarterback, right? He sent me a tag. He tagged me into the DM, right? He say, "Man, you need to do more research." And so they send me a clip, right, of them. So I'm like, okay, I go to the page. Man, this kid can ball. Left hand quarterback. This young man is really good. So
So
to be honest, man, I want to see that game even more because Wolfpack got some. They got some pieces, bruh. They literally got some really legit pieces. And it starts with a quarterback. I'm not even questioning the quarterback no more. Now, we still got to see if they got that dog of a running back. We still got to see them. Now, if they got them with some good receivers, I think they're going to be a hell of a team because
right.
this young man, right, if I had to say the type of quarterback he is, he give me Michael Vick vibes. I don't know if you seen that when I sent it to you, Fanatic, but
No,
he definitely gave me Michael Vick vibes because he was quick. He can run the ball really well. He can pass the ball really well. So I'm very interested. Now, the only question that I have, right? The only question that I have about BJ Parker is this. What was the best team that y'all played against?
right. That's
Did
that's
y'all?
that's when them debates come. Keep on
Yes.
going. Now you
So
cook.
So now Yes, I seen you do some amazing things, but was the talent amazing that you were playing against? See, did you play versus the the um the So Ices, the Bessemers,
Keep going.
the DMUs, right? Did you play versus those same group of individuals? If not, I gotta see. I gotta wait and see because this year, according to Coach, who is it? Coach Rashawn, Coach Melvin. I mean, it's basically they're coming out here looking for some smoke. So they basically gonna be playing versus some really good teams. So now, once I see that and I see it in person, I gotta say this, bro. All my questions will be answered when they come to Warzone and play in that. Or if they go to a battlefield, right? If they go
Mhm.
out there and they play there, they do well and stuff like that, right? But
For sure.
now it's starting to make sense to me why Coach Pop is putting all these stipulations. You know what I'm saying? He need about 4 or 5 games. He need to see about 4 or 5 games before he play versus them guys. See, he know the pieces that they got. We don't. So now it looks to me that like he's a little bit more scared. Come on, man.
So they did do the 7U. They did do the 7U. Um, and let's talk 7U. YNC
So
rank.
what's the 7U in comparison to yours?
At number one, they have Supreme.
Supreme. We know Supreme.
At number two, they have Bessemer.
We got that one.
I got Woj at number two. But at number three, they have Woj. At number four, they have SED. At number five, they have North Henry. At number six, they have Lithonia. At number seven, they have DMVU. At number eight, they have Primetime Select Giants, PTE, out of North Carolina. At number nine, they have Rosedale. At number 10, they have Fort Lauderdale.
You could have put Rosedale a little bit further down.
They have Rosedale at number nine.
You damn near get switched, bro. All
To
right.
me,
So based on Fanatics rankings, what are you giving it?
so the 1, 2, 3 is debatable. I'm not mad about that. This is when you start talking C1N. They didn't give RDU they just, so I don't like that. RDU definitely played. I'm not a fan of DMV being at 7 below North Henry and Lithonia. North Henry did just about as much as DMV did.
So the NWO
Yeah,
is
I'm not a
at
fan of that,
7.
bro. I'm not a fan of that.
Oh, wow. Hey, hold on. Wait, wait,
Lithonia,
wait,
for
wait,
what
wait.
Lithonia did, I respect what they did in the season, but what they did in the national run was it,
They, bro, didn't NWO win it?
they won it, bro.
They won
I
AYF.
don't know if Lithonia won a game the entire nationals between YNC and C1N.
So you mean to tell me that they look at it as if YNC is about 7 games, about 6, 7 games behind their top 6?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's freaking wild, bro. That's
That's
freaking
crazy.
wild. Gut reaction. Gut reaction. Again, I'm gonna let y'all know what it is. My gut reaction, man, is I'm giving it a C plus.
C plus.
What about you? Gut reaction. Then we can get
Man,
into
to be honest, bro, I think definitely got North Henry ranked way too low or high.
okay, I agree. They got him at like number 5. So can we go to the 8U?
Yeah, go to
This
the
would
8.
be the current 9U. At number 1, they have Rebreed. At number 2, they have Space City. At number 3, they have Adamsville Tigers. At number 4, they have ATL Elite, ATM Boys. At number 5, they have Frankfurt Chargers. At number 6, they have the Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes. At number 7, they have Peters Park. At number 8, they have TNT. At number 9, they have Real Deal GEA Panthers. At number 10, they have the Virginia Bulls, who I just got into an argument about last night, by the way. But go again. At number 1, they have Red Breed. At number 2, they have Space City. At number 3, they have Adamsville. At number 4, they have Atlanta Elite ATM Boys. At number 5, they have the Frankfurt Chargers. At number 6, they have Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes. At number 7, they have Peters Park. At number 8, TNT. At number 9, Real Deal GEA. At number 10, Virginia Park. Let's see what I had, y'all. I had at number 1, I had Red Breed. At number 2, I had Space City. At number 3, I had Adamsville. At number 4, I have Frankfurt. At number 5, I had Fort Lauderdale. At number 6, I had ATL Elite. At number 7, I had Duval. And number 8, I had the Midwest Hawks. So I have 2 teams that they don't have, which I don't have no problem showing RDU a little respect. I don't have a problem with them giving it to the Virginia Bulls either. But I think Frankfurt at I think they have Frankfurt at 5. Frankfurt at 5 is a little low. It's a little low, but Frankfurt at 5. I think Frankfurt goes to 4, but y'all know me, man. I don't squabble about that. I think that's a good list. You know, maybe Lauderdale. No, Lauderdale's good. Yeah, that's an A minus. That's an A minus list.
You like that one?
We squabbling over 3 or 4 or 4 or 5. When
Yeah.
you squabbling over that type of stuff, that's a good list.
Yeah.
I like them putting Virginia Bulls on there.
Yeah, I'm putting them in the top. Well, they still in top 5. So yeah, I ain't going too much, about the N. I mean, not the NWO, but the Frankfurt Chargers. If they would have had them at that 6, I would have been like, what?
Yeah, now see that 2 number drop would have been kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But at 5, bro, again, when you talking totality of a season, that stuff gotta matter, bro. It has to matter. You know, what you doing the season gotta mean something, or else people will literally continue to not play games and just run up and play, national ball, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So that joint gotta mean something, man. But again, I personally think, personal opinion, I think Midwest Hawks getting 30 balled by Frankfurt Chargers. I think that's what kept y'all off the list. I know a lot of people because they, y'all made it to the championship in AYF, and you should get a little respect for that. But even though
so you got them on your schedule.
I got them on mine because they had
How
a
do you
good.
do? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. See, bro, you already know. Now, I had nothing to do with Fanatics rankings, but there are certain things that I gotta call an executive order on. You lose by 20, you lose by 28, aka damn near 30. If we round it to the nearest 10, 30. You automatically go to 50. So how the hell do you got them in there?
Nah, not in a championship game.
Bro,
Not in a national. But we're not talking.
Worse.
We ain't talking. Nah, bro. We're not talking the local game that you got on Sunday, man, in a call out. We talking, bro. After you've played 3 games in a national run, like you get 30 ball, bro. You got 30 ball.
Hey, shout out to TJ.
They had a good season, bro.
Yeah, man. He said NWO replaced North Henry. Now, yeah, I think that, but that's crazy. They got them that high, bro. That's wow.
Breaking news. We got the 9U going. So this will be this year's 10U. This is the 9U. Hold up.
This one easy.
That's what you think, man. So at number 1, they have the Bessemer Tigers. At number 2, they have the Real Deal Georgia Eagles. At number 3, they have the Georgia Falcons. At number 4, they have the So Icy Boys. At number 5, they have Gorilla Mob. At number 6, they have Dallas Elite. At number 7, they have Lauderdale Lakes. At number 8, they have the East Side Raiders. At number 9, they have Dmvu. And at number 10, we have PME. So I'm going to go through it again. At number 1, they have the Bessemer Tigers. At number 2, they have the real deal Georgia Eagles.
Okay.
At number three, they got the Georgia Falcons. At number four, they have So Icy. At number five, they have Gorilla Mob. At number six, they have Dallas Elite. At number seven, they have Lauderdale Lakes. Number eight, they have the Eastside Raiders. At number nine, they got Dmvu. At number 10, they got PME. My list is probably damn near accurate. At number one, I have Bessemer, but at
Mhm.
two, I have GMU. They have GMU at five. But then after that, it goes for me, it goes RDE. For them, that goes RDE. For them, it goes Georgia Falcons. Like me, it goes So Icy, it goes Dallas Elite. The only difference is where they have Lauderdale, I have Duval Jags. I believe Lauderdale. I don't know if they. I think maybe they won one game at YNC, but I don't recall them winning a game at YNC. They just didn't have a good run to me. They didn't have a good run last year, so I don't believe you could put them that high. But yeah, man.
Hey, Street said he
It
said
was
so. This
my
means
eight too.
he said so. This means so icy is number two since two and three is gone. Hey, where's Coach Pop at, man? Hey, where he at, man?
I think, but the thing is, I think the only team they could go in front of. But according to your standard, now I'm gonna tell you something. This really fits along what you always say about if you lose to a team, right?
Uh huh.
Because they could be going by your standard of we can't put them ahead of them because they beat them.
For sure.
So I say beat them.
Uh
So
huh.
how can we put them ahead of somebody? 10U just came. I mean 10U, which is this year's 11U just came out. Let's go through it. At number one, we have ATL Elite Voodoo. At number two, we have SED. At number three, we have Woj. At number four, we have the Bessemer Tigers. At number five, we have the Mac Dolphins. You've already been bumped down to a B, Clayton. At number six, you got Sawboys. At number seven, you got Lauderdale Lake. At number eight, you have North Clayton. At number nine, you got Southfield Falcons. Huh?
hey,
At number 10, you
hey,
have the West Side Wildcats out of Florida. We're gonna go through this one again. Y'all might be at a C minus, man. Number one, you got Voodoo. You got that right. Number two, you got SED. Number three, you have West Orlando. I'm not mad with them right there. Number four,
bro.
we have Bessemer. At number five, we have Mac. That already moved you to a B. At number six, we got Sawboys. At number seven, we got Lauderdale. At number nine, you got North Clayton. At number 10, we had they took it off. So at number 10, you got at number nine, at number eight, you have North Clayton, number nine, Southfield, and number 10, the West Side Wildcats. Yeah. Let me
Hey,
go to
so
mine.
look, hey, look.
Yeah,
So
that's a C minus, bro. You
I
got no
wonder what
B.
I wonder what Street doing. Cause Street say they ain't even in the top 10. I told you they was gonna be in the top eight or top
You
10.
got no progress. You got no DMV. You got Mac at five. When we all know Mac is better than Bessemer, we ain't gonna even,
Bro.
bro. We
That's
know
what
Mac is better
listen.
than Woj.
They already beat Bessemer.
You feel what I'm saying? Like now because y'all got Mac at five, I gotta bump you to a B minus. Then when you don't got DMV on there, I gotta put you at C, bro. I gotta put you at a C. When you got the West Side damn Wildcats over DMV, I automatically gotta put you at a C, bro. I gotta put y'all at a C, man. I don't want to do that, right? But I got to, and I get it. Southfield made it to the championship, but if we be real, Southfield had the most favorable schedule at AYF, bro. They played two games, and the
Hmm.
last one they played before the championship was a damn dogfight. DMV actually 30 balled somebody at AYF. DMV then beat the Blackhawks 20-7. They 30 balled the Benson Brewers, and then they lost, to the McDolphins, who went on to beat a team 13-0. There's no way you put Southfield in there, bro. But another on Ken standard, there's no way, bro. There's no way.
Hey man, see my thing is if they was top 3, I mean, bro, top 5 ain't gonna even do it no justice. we already know, bro. They beat everybody on there, not named Voodoo,
for sure,
including SED.
for sure.
You see what I'm saying? I think SED, if I'm not mistaken, SED did beat them last year. If they played, I think they may have won if they played. Because I remember they was telling me they only lost to Brick City and Voodoo last season. So
That's,
uh
that's 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 disappointing right there, bro. Because we know the type of team that they are, bro. Again, right there, I gotta get them. I gotta get y'all a C, man. And it's a 75, bro. It's a 74, 75. It ain't a C plus. It ain't a C minus. You got a 74, 75. I think when you got Mac at 5, I automatically got to drop you to a B.
yeah, R. Smith
I
said
think
he
I
said
think
it's
not
Max number
having
two.
DMV is a crime. It's a crime.
He says Mac number 5. Yeah, I don't think. Hey
Yeah,
man, what do y'all think so far of they rankings, man? And that's why Fanatic want to do is to kind of see how it measures up. He says, what did he say? He said if they in the ship, he said they deserve to be at the top for sure. Unless you get 30 ball. You get 30 ball, that show that you in belong.
ah, that's not true. That's
It's
because
for
they did
sure
not
true.
have, bro. It's
You
certain teams and like Southfield, bro. I'm gonna be real, bro. They had one of the most favorable schedules, dog. Like they probably had one of the most favorable schedules in AYF, bro. So I just feel like DMV 30 balled the team, bro. They 30 balled the Benson Bruins, and and Benson Bruins 30 balled the Brooklyn Chiefs. You feel what I'm saying? So that let you know the caliber of team that they were. And then they go, and then again, DMV then also beat the North Philly Blackhawks. They beat two good teams. You feel me? It's just Southfield, bro. They didn't beat anybody to make it to the championship. Like you say, they really didn't belong. And we can say DMV probably had a more productive season. So I think they got that wrong. I think too. I think after what Progress Village did to Woj, who they have ranked number 3, I don't understand how you don't rank them. They
Mhm.
literally beat them a week before YNC.
Right,
How do
right.
you not rank a team that just beat a team that you are saying is a number 3 caliber team again over the West Side Wild? Like, come on, bro. What are
Man,
we doing?
yeah. Hey, so
What
he
are we
said Georgia
doing?
Scubo says Georgia Force will shake up that 10U this year. He said, mark my words, we outside. Man, I gave them my sleeper team this year.
Hold up. Why y'all ain't played Bessemer on July 26th?
Yeah,
So I
that'll be a
in
good
the So
game.
showcase. If
That'll
y'all
be a
really
good
outside,
game.
where was y'all when we trying to make the Bessemer game on July 26th, man? See, it's just going to continue the reign of Bessemer is playing the best teams in the age group, bro. But you know what, man, I wanted to get your opinion about something while they're still discussing previous 10U, new 11U. Who do you think has the toughest first 4 games in 10U? Right, and I'm gonna say some, and I want you to give me your opinion. Get your pen and paper, write it down if you got to. Number one, Rare Breed.
Uh-huh.
They come out the gate in June versus DMVU.
DMVU.
In July, they play the OG Ducks. At the end of July, they play the So Icy Boys. And at the beginning of August, they play the Bessemer Tigers. Bessemer, they come out the gate. Their first 3 games is the Eastside Raiders, DMVU, and the Virginia Seahawks. Their fourth game is Woj. It's either Woj or Duval. I can't remember. I can't remember. I think it's Duval. Woj or Duval. Both about the same. I'm trying to think. So Icy. I had to go look up So Icy schedule real quick, y'all, because I just want to be accurate in my synopsis of people's first 4 games, which I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I might need to go look at what DMVU first 4 games is. So Icy's first 4 games, DMVU. They go to a tournament in Tennessee, battle Rocky Top, Georgia Elite Stallions, and the Speed Demons. They already out of it. You know what I'm saying? Before you judge, let me see if I can pull up No Limit. See if they got a schedule out already. All right. So the No Limit team though, they first four games they playing and Born Chasing the ATL Elite tournament. So they're playing. I think they playing So Icy on one day, and then they're playing Brad Breed the next day, right? And then their third game, then their third and fourth, their third game will be versus Coach Blue, and then I can't tell who their fourth
So
game.
it's Bessemer. I mean, I'm sorry, it's Rare Breed, So Icy, then Bessemer.
Is for yeah, that's what it is for DMVU. Is Red Breed, So Icy, then Bessemer.
What's that? Do you know the fourth?
I don't know the fourth because it's
Oh,
a tournament. It's a tournament, Cold World Richmond. So I don't know who that fourth game gonna be, but that's kind of crazy though. Them first three games.
man, if I got to, shit, by default, it's DMVU.
I don't know, bruh.
No, I'm saying by default. Listen, you
Okay,
got the number one, number two. Well, so icy. As they say, if you want to move the teams that's no longer there. So you got the number one, the number two, whatever they put rare breed. So you got those three teams right there, all top. Damn near it could be top five teams. They are the hardest because you're not gonna look at DMVU and say that they're a top five team
mm,
right now. You're gonna say they in the top 10,
for sure.
right? But you're not gonna say they in the top. But you got as DMV,
Hmm.
you the organization, you got number one Bessemer,
For sure.
number two So Icy, and then number whatever top five for rare breed, right? But like that conversation you and I had with D, you can say that RDE is is like a number two team because that's the team that actually went to the playoffs
So I
in
thought
the
about
championship. And not just that, YNC still have RDE at number two. So
well,
therefore,
well, yeah,
those
absolutely, because this is last year's rankings. You can't
right. But what I'm saying is those players are on rare breed. So you
not.
still can put them in the top
I'm
three.
gonna tell you why you can't though, bro. Because you got the core again. I'm sticking to the argument of we got to see what Coach Marks gets out of those kids, bro. And it's a mixture. It's a mixture. It's not like he literally just took the team and put the team back in the same. It's a mixture. So they still have to. We got to see how he can cook this up. We got to see, bro. And because it's unknown, you kind of got to bump him down a couple slots. And we talking about this year's, but because we talking about last year, I don't have a problem with DMV having the hardest schedule right now, bro.
Yeah, they got the hardest schedule.
I don't because I don't even know what their fourth game is, but they first three is hell. They first
Mhm.
like DMV first three games are so hard. I wouldn't be surprised, bro, if we have to literally encourage parents to stick around, bro. They have a potential to go 0-3. But they also, I'm gonna tell y'all something. They got the biggest. They got a big bat, bro, and they swinging towards the fences. They got a potential to go 3-0 though. They have a potential to go 0-3. They have a potential to go 3-0. That team goes 3-0. I don't give a damn what anybody does. The rest of the preseason, they're the number one team in the country. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, they don't go 3-0. But I do think I think DMV wins one. I don't know what one of those games is, but I think they got to win one. What do you think?
What did he say? T Street says preach, Batman. We say teach these about traveling and how to get your off the on that list. Schoolball said we planning Born Chaser event. Street says right fanatic. He said get y'all butts. What is that out of here talking that shaking stuff up? Says all talk, just like the rest of these coaches. He said it's a lot of smoke. Do you think people will start pulling out this year? Hope not.
Accountability,
Hey,
bro.
you want to know what's crazy that
Accountability.
R. Smith asked this question? I end up seeing some with EF, and he start talking about that. And I want to ask you the question: do you feel like what R. Smith said? Do you feel like that's going to be the case if some of these teams end up taking early losses? Do you see them pulling out of games?
Um, yeah, they're gonna
Yeah,
do it.
unfortunately.
Absolutely, bro. They're gonna definitely pull out of games, bro. They're gonna definitely pull out of games, bro. It's inevitable, to be honest with y'all. It's inevitable. People can't take losses, dog. People can't take losses. Parents can't take losses. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of the parents' problem too, bro. They be too ready to jump ship.
So yeah, to answer your question, R. Smith, I do think some people will cower it out, and not play the games. They will come up with some excuses. Some players is not there, this and that and the third. So that yeah, I do see some of these coaches not playing these games. Because you got a lot of teams that have a lot of great games on their schedule. Virginia, um, what is it? The Virginia Seahawks is another team
Shout out to the Virginia Seahawks.
our schedule. Feel what I'm saying? So are they gonna play the schedule if they lose a couple of games? And not just that, no, coach don't have a right to pull out them games because he told me specifically, and I had the kids on here that he was gonna play all them teams and he don't expect to lose not even one game. Even though that's for sure not accurate, it's not true. He gonna lose one of them for sure. But T Street says Coach Bat says wheelchair game. He says y'all got them ranked 8. He says I don't know how they number 8. We ain't got them 8.
I don't have them ranked at all, bro.
He don't have them ranked. I said number
At
I
all,
said
bro.
number they top 10 for sure.
Yeah, and I don't go past 10. I don't go past
YNC
10.
got them ranked number 8.
Yeah,
Why
YNC
you,
got
why you say
number
y'all?
8. I don't believe they're. I believe Progress Village had a better end of the season than them, and I just think, bro. I don't know, bro. I just think you can't put them at 8. But shout out. I'm gonna say one thing though, bro. Um, One thing that I feel like we've learned tonight is that there's a lot of respect for YNC and Generation Next, man. Like there's a lot of respect. I mean, there's a lot of respect for AYF and Generation Next. I think we've seen that tonight. Some people might have got slighted, but for the most part, bro, it's some teams in there that I'm pretty sure, for example, I'm not mad if the Eastside Raiders don't make the top 8. I'm not mad. Because when you look at the totality of their season, then they still, you feel what I'm saying?
Hold
They're
on, but
still
you already said they made the top 8 though.
They did, but I'm saying it shows the respect they have for AYF. Because in all actuality, bro, think about this. If you think about who they lost to in the season, and then they still lost in the Natty. You feel what I'm saying? So they won the Natty. So not making the top 8 wouldn't be like they was robbed. But
Right,
to
right.
still be in the top 8,
Yeah.
that shows that, bro, like we've been saying, the Eastside Raiders is a good team, and everybody else, phooey. Hey, pie, apple, peach cobbler. They you saying all that they pie crap, and here goes some guys who literally has the authority to slight somebody. They don't even slight them. They don't even slight them, bro. So shout out to the Eastside
Oh,
Raiders.
Street says no. Coach Bat is live with
Yeah.
Generation Next.
Coach
He said,
Batman. They got Coach Batman on the live. You know, you could tell he's uncomfortable if you watch, if you're a true matchmakers person, we had Coach Bat on and he dip his head in and he'll come back when he got something to say. And when he ain't talking, Coach Bat gonna dip his head out. And he doing the same thing, man. Shout out to Coach Batman. Amazing guy, but he ain't feeling this camera stuff.
"Yeah, man. Well,
But I do want to know, man, why they still, chopping it up with uh Coach Bat. Why they still chopping it up with Coach Bat? I want to get your opinion. I want to get your opinion. Um, about 7U with DMVU at number 7. Do you what would you do you feel like Supreme Bessemer, Woj, SED, North Henry, Lithonia, DMVU, PTE?
Bro, I feel like they should have been. I feel like the NWO should have been. They played versus Bessemer. They should have been top three for sure, hands down. No ifs, ands, or buts. Because even when Supreme played versus them, bro, it wasn't one of those super blowouts or anything like that. It was a really tough game, and they left a lot on the table, so they could have did better. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I just hate that they pulled out of the game because of one player.
So let
That
me ask you this though, bro. Because they don't got them where you feel like they should be, does that bring the number the letter grade down for you?
because NWO
NWO,
not playing with the kid.
yeah. Does that bring the letter grade down for you?
Nah, bro, that was last season. This is now.
No, I'm saying with the rankings, would you still get them a or a B or a C? Do you feel like NWO being because we can only talk about last year right now?
Okay. Are you talking about the rankings?
Yeah, would you be like that's gonna bring them down, man? The validity of it is gonna go from an A or B C because you
Yeah,
got
because you
NWO.
don't you it looks like you're saying, okay, well, look, I got my team, that played in the R nationals. I'm gonna prioritize them first. It ain't no different versus when they did preseason last year, and then basically ranked all the people that just went to battle preseason. It wasn't no different. You feel me? Let me put mines first, and then to kind of fill in, I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple Y and C teams in there. I mean, AYF teams in there.
Devil's
That's how
advocate.
that's how it came off.
Devil's advocate. Maybe they really have a problem with coaches on the field.
That ain't got nothing to do with the babies, brother.
Yeah, how?
You said,
Unfortunately, somebody. I mean, if you got coaches on the field, you at an advantage. It do got something to do with your
hold on.
baby
You
at
said
an
you said
advantage.
maybe because they got a problem with the coaches.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe why Generation Next is like, hey, bro, coaches on the field. I can't put y'all where y'all might could be.
Oh yeah. They was on that field, wasn't they? They
So,
still was top three though. Top. They,
but
they
them
still was
coaches
top
on
three.
that field, bro, that's an advantage.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But
Like you tell them who to tackle and who
come
got
on,
the
bro,
ball.
like or just the or just feeling comfortable, bro.
Yeah, nah, I wouldn't have did that.
Yeah. So
Um,
they got the 11U out last year's
says
10U. I
Pop
mean,
Brown says DMV 7U are a really good team. He said, but the only thing they played with coaches on the field. Okay, that's what you just read. The
facts.
challenge. Yeah, man, I made a whole big deal about that as well, man.
So yeah,
I, I'm
they
I'm
want to
I'm
them down, bro.
anti coach on the field at 7U. Like I even talked to Coach Greg. I mean Greg about it. So nah, bro. I mean Craig. I mean Greg. Craig. I'm definitely against it, man. You 7U, like just like around the league, everybody else should have been, off the field. All the coaches should have been off the field.
All right, so we got 11U. This year's 12U out.
Okay.
At number one, we have the Twin City Outlaws. At number two, we have the Georgia Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
At number three, we have the Tarrant City Ducks. At number four, we have Dragons Elite Academy, DEA. At number five, we have Miami Garden Ravens. At number six, we got Ali Elite Mob. At number seven, we have the Montgomery Cardinals. At number eight, we have the OG Ducks. At number nine, we have the North Philly Blackhawks. At number 10, we got Air Academy. So again, at number one, we got Twin City. At number two, we got the Georgia Eagles. At number three, we got the Tarrant City Ducks. At number four, we got DEA. At number five, we have the Miami Garden Ravens. At number 6, we have Ali Elite Mob. At number 7, we got the Montgomery Cardinals. At number 8, we got the OG Ducks. At number 9, we got the North Philly Blackhawks. And at number 10, we got Air Academy.
You already know what problem I got.
What?
Ali. Number 6? Bro, they don't even deserve to be on that list.
You probably couldn't even hear anything else.
I didn't hear nothing else. All I heard was Ali Elite. Like, what? That never was 6. Man, that man couldn't win a game, bro. If it was against a 7U. That them folks, and we need coach. We still need them eyebrows, man. We still need those eyebrows. Oh, hell no.
Oh my God, bruh. Bruh.
That's crazy work right there.
You already know what problem I got.
Wow. So this
crazy.
bracket was more of a filler bracket.
Can I do mine, please? Mine was at number 1, we have Twin City. At number 2, we have the Georgia Eagles. At number 3, I have DEA. They got DEA a little further down. At number 3, I have DEA. Hold on, y'all. I just had to get the.
Yeah, I want to say something about that.
Yeah.
How the hell do you put Terrence City Ducks over DEA?
City damn Ducks.
That's crazy.
Terrence City Ducks.
So you're on number 3. You got DEA. Go ahead.
Definitely about to go pull up the Terrence City Ducks schedule. At number 4, we got the Miami Garden Ravens. They literally ran through AYF. They won every game after the first one, I believe, in YNC. But anyway, then I have the OG Ducks. Then I have the Terrence City Ducks. I have the North Philly Blackhawks. And then I have Woj. At number 1, I have Twin City. 2, Georgia Eagles. 3, DEA. 4, Miami Garden Ravens. 5, the OG Ducks. 6, Terrence City Ducks. North Philly Blackhawks. And then I have Woj. Again, I just think I'm better. I just really do. I just really feel like I'm just better this year, man. And it's no disrespect to YC, but yeah, the only W Terrence City got was against Ali. They beat them 32-6. Their number 6 team got beat 32-6. At YNC. They did not win a game at YNC, and they the number 16. They didn't win a game at YNC. They lost 32-6 to Terrence City. Then they lost 28-6.
Hold on, you didn't? Did they?
They didn't even make the ranking for me, Ken.
Hold on, Miami. No, I'm saying the Miami Garden Ravens. I didn't hear them when you mentioned.
Yeah. The Miami Garden Ravens. They're the number 4 team. They're the number 4 team.
Okay.
So the Miami Garden Ravens. They're the number 5 team. I'm sorry. Ahead of them is Twin City, Georgia Eagles, Terrence City, DEA. So he messed up with the Terrence City. If he doesn't have them there, then instead of 5, they should be 4. So that's where he messed up. Having Terrence City that high, I got to bump you down to us.
And then I just that they was on some scary work ever since preseason.
Then having Ali ranked at all, you go automatically to a C minus. You literally automatically go to a C minus for just having them ranked. Matter of fact, you go to a damn matter of fact, C minus. See, let me calm down. But then I think I still gotta find you because you have the Montgomery Cardinals up there. So then I gotta put you at an F because I don't know why the Montgomery Cardinals is up there when they got beat 22-0 by Twin City. They didn't freaking score. Then it was 50-32. They let somebody put up 50. 50. I don't give a damn if you put up 32. Somebody put up 50. So we can go to the 12U, man. We'll come back to that. We'll come back. Tomorrow we'll do reactions. Let's go 12U. 12U, number 1, you got the Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes. At number 1, you have the Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes. At number 2, you got the Bounty Boys. At number 3, you have Texas Elite. At number 4, you have Osceola Cowboys. At number 5, you have the North Philly Blackhawks. At number 6, you got the Royal Palm Beach Wildcats. Somebody's a real Wildcats fan. At number 7, you got the Benson Bruins. At number 8, you have the ABA Bulldogs. At number 9, you got the Charged Up Bulls. And at number 10, you got Staten Island Hurricanes, STU. I told y'all they was a national team. At number 1, I told y'all. I told y'all. I told y'all. Number 1, you got Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes.
So you talk about the show.
The show. I told y'all. I told y'all. At number 1, you got Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes. At number 2, you got Bounty Boys. At number 3, you have Texas Elite, which is all fair. Again, to me, that's fair. At number 4, you got Osceola. At number 5, you got North Philly. At number 6, you got Royal Palm Beach Wildcats. This is when they get tricky. At 7, you got the Benson Bruins. At 8, you got ABA. At 9, Charged Up Bulls. And at 10, you got the team who I tried to tell everybody about, which is the show. This is how mine looked. At number 1, I had Watkins. At number 2, I had Lauderdale. At number 3, I had Texas Elite. At number 4, I had Osceola. At number 5, I had the Alpha Dogs, who they didn't even rank, probably because they left YNC. But nonetheless, they was better than the damn Royal Palm Wildcats. I got to drop y'all down to a B for not having Alpha Dogs on there at all. I got the Charged Up Bulls. I got North Philly Blackhawks. That's my list. Outside of that, I think my list and their list is about the same, man. Yeah, I don't have no problems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, my list and their list is the same. The only thing that they're missing is the Alpha Dogs. They replaced them with the Royal Palm Beach Wildcats. Which is them being probably mad because they left. But and then I think the North Philly Blackhawks should be below. I think that they should be below the Charged Up Bulls. Outside of that, that's an amazing job, bro. That's a B plus ranking.
Hey, so where do you got Alpha?
So I got Alpha 1, 2, 3, 4. I got them at number 5 below Osceola Cowboys.
Where Osceola Cowboys? What's theirs?
I got them ranked at number 4. They have Osceola ranked at number 4 as well. So they're first.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I definitely think Alpha was better than Osceola, although they merged.
They ran though, Ken. They ran. You have to knock them down for leaving YNC, bro. You have to, bro.
Well, not that I know the backstory, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm going.
I feel you. I feel you. But because the people don't know the backstory, and they can say it ain't our business, but it is. It is. So because right now the narrative is y'all ran, I got to run with the narrative, and I can't put y'all right there, bro.
All right. So they top 5 though.
They definitely top 5 though, bro. They are definitely top 5.
All right, man.
So we gonna I missed the 13. So if anybody got the 13, if not, we'll catch it on the playback tomorrow, so we can talk 13. Because I definitely want to, my 13, just so y'all know, have it in y'all index. My 13 was Red Breed, OG Ducks, Miami Garden Ravens, Air Academy, Boynton Beach, TME, Lauderdale Lakes, ABG, and Las Vegas Tribe. That's my 13. So definitely looking forward to seeing what 13 is tomorrow, man. But man, we got to recap this tomorrow, man. We gotta get the Ken. We got to do it. We gotta get the screens. I definitely want to hear what Jonah and Clayton said. I definitely got to see what Jonah and Clayton said during their live. I want to hear some of their breakdowns, some of their opinions and stuff, so that I can come back and tell y'all if I agree or disagree. And I'm gonna resend you my rankings, Ken, so that way maybe we can put them side by side.
Oh, that's a bet.
You feel what I'm saying?
But
I saw
he said Blackhawks beating charged up Bulls doesn't count for nothing. He says Watkins and charged up never played, but they was but that was what he says, but that was on. Um, if we talking like the 12U, bro. Only reason I think that they're as high is because they beat Blackhawks. So you can mention those games, but they beat them head to head.
I wish Blackhawks beat the OG Ducks. I do. I wish they, because to me, Blackhawks beat the OG Ducks. They're high as hell in the rankings because they would have had the toughest run through YNC by having to be Havoc, Top Dogs, and then the OG Ducks. We having a whole different conversation about Blackhawks. And this is why I hate, bro, when teams don't handle business, because now we having trivial conversations to me about, whether you 5 or 6 or whatever. It's like, bro, they gotta handle business, bro.
All right, bro. That's all I got, man.
Hey, man, I'll definitely tune in tomorrow, man. Get this YNC Generation Next breakdown rankings, man. This ranking breakdown. Y'all definitely tune in, man.
Hey, man. Shout out to Jonah. Shout out to Clayton. Like I say, man, they're my guys. You know, it's all love. At the end
Oh,
of the day, we just got to make sure, man. We keep them on par, on keep them
gotta
on
keep them
point.
on point, man. This,
You know
hey,
what I'm
man,
saying?
what we said. This was the year of what, man? Accountability, bro.
Accountability for sure. So hey, man. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll talk a little bit about this. May have a guest on. As y'all see, it's definitely time for me. Y'all definitely hit the like button as well. Subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, share the live, man, if y'all can as well. But tap in, tap in. I'll read this last question real quick. He says Fnatic had charged up over Blackhawks when Blackhawks beat them. He says, but charged up never played Watkins. Oh, got you, got you.
But I like the way Charged Up ended. I just have a problem with how OG Ducks. I mean, how OG Ducks beat North Philly, bro. I just have a real problem with that. But outside of that, bro, that's it, man. Not too many cities got multiple teams ranked. We do here though. You feel what I'm saying? We do here. But go ahead.
All right, y'all. Y'all be easy.
All right, bro.